There's been another Rolex robbery in the East Bay. The victims say they were followed from a restaurant to a home in Walnut Creek where an expensive watch was stolen at gunpoint. Our crime reporter Henry Lee joining us now live from the Walnut Creek Police Department with the latest on this crime and other similar crimes we've seen in that area. Henry?
Well, Alex, what's unfortunate is we know there have been arrests in some of these high-end watch robberies, but more holdups are taking place, a clear sign that this is a trend. It's happened again, another follow-home Rolex robbery in the Tri-Valley area, this time in Walnut Creek.
They pretty much attacked my fiancé. They beat him up pretty badly.
Elvira Jumasheva says she was inside her home on Grover Lane near Rudgear Road at about 10 Monday night when she heard screaming out front.
Two guys come out and they just with guns say, "Don't move. Give us your watch."
The two men, both wearing masks and gloves, confronted her fiancé and his friend after they got out of a Mercedes. They took off with their fiancé's Rolex after pistol whipping him. They also took his friend's phone.
This incident is pretty terrible. I feel I'm pregnant, and I don't know if I would be there. I don't know what would happen to my kid. That was pretty terrible, you know.
She says her fiancé and friends began the night at Burma 2, a popular downtown restaurant on North Main Street, just steps from the Walnut Creek Police Department and City Hall.
I think they definitely saw them in the Burma restaurant before, and he saw there was another car following them, and it was that car that followed us till here.
This is the latest follow-home robbery in the area. Earlier this month, 3 suspects were arrested after a chase to Antioch for robbing a victim of a Rolex outside the Danville Trader Joe's store. Authorities say the holdup was carried out at the direction of a street gang, which also told them where to sell the watch. 2 of the suspects are also accused of robbing another victim of a Rolex in Walnut Creek. And in June, 4 women spent the day in San Francisco and were followed to one of their homes in Danville, where several men robbed them of watches and high-end jewelry.
You don't ever think that it can happen to you, right? Because I thought we live in pretty safe neighborhood, but apparently we're not, and now we couldn't sleep all night.
Walnut Creek police are comparing notes with their colleagues across the Tri-Valley in hopes of catching these robbers. Live in Walnut Creek, Henry Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
And Henry, is there any recommendation from police about what to look out for? You know, if someone might be trying to follow you home and rob you?
Yeah, good rule of thumb, Alex. Don't flash your jewelry or bling bling. I mean, personally, I'm thinking if you need to know what time it is, just check your iPhone, leave that Rolex or what have you at home.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Henry Lee, live in Walnut Creek. Thank you.